The Di9 Designs NAOR series is live at the Bristol Dirt. And qualifying is getting underway. It's a 20-minute open qualifying round. You're going to want to go early because the track, it's going to change very quickly. And right away, I mentioned going early. Pacey Wygant, he knows that. He is out there. Going to be the first one to take a time here as long as everything goes right. I'm Joshua Coppinell.
Yeah.
I'm joined by Brett Bennett. Brett,
I am doing very well. Looking forward to some dirt racing here. I wish I could be out there on track. I love racing on dirt. And best times are probably not going to be run immediately. It's going to take a few laps. The track is at its fastest a little bit in once you get a little bit of rubber, but not a lot. Track initially doesn't have a line at all, really. So it's real slick at first. It's going to get a little quicker here before it then starts slowing down. As right away, Pacey Wygant goes top of the board, 18.034, followed by Nick Hapiak, who is already spun. One of the things here, traffic going to be a problem in this qualifying session. If you have any contact with people, that's going to invalidate your lap times. As you see, Pacey Wygant and Traber Burns getting together.
Yeah, it was a lot of contact there. Wygant going to reset pit road. Watching Jonathan Parker, he's told me if he finishes just on the lead lap, it's going to be a win for him. That's his goal tonight.
Well, he is washed, so
Currently P6.
Dylan Chappell bumps up the P2 at 18.165 for the 99 Pizza and Wings podcast. Ford for Dylan Chappell. Really, Ford's the entire top five is Nick Hapiak goes P2, a 18.125.
Yeah, Hapiak pretty quick. A little surprised with the speed he has, but
I'm not. Last time I was in a dirt race on JCTV, I remember Pacey Wygant and Nick Hapiak were two of the faster cars. Wygant, I think, was the fastest car, if I remember right. It was a while back. But Hapiak was fast in that race, so I would not be surprised to see the speed from that 6 car here tonight.
Chase McGuire spun out in front of the field. Turn 2. Giovanni Klein currently 6th. Jimmy Mensch, who's 4th. Go ahead.
Braden Holt just bumped up to P5, 18.439 as Jonathan Parker goes around.
How about old Traber? Oh, man. Was making contact with the driver. Cole Snyder, North Wilkesboro's race winner, is currently P8.
Yeah, right now, people struggling, it appears, to put down fast laps. Already probably seen that track start to slow up a little bit, but you're going to have to adjust your line. Dirt racing, I love it. It's really a different experience. More so than on ovals, you cannot run the same line lap after lap. As rubber gets laid down on lines, it just changes. You got to run the track differently every single lap. And you got to keep up with those changes in the track. As Josh Arnold bumps up the 16th fastest, a 19.595. 18 of our 20 cars in sim have taken a time so far. Hunter Sr. bumps up the 16th with a 19.527.
Dylan Chappell around. Hunter Peach currently 9th. .026 was his latest lap. Fastest 18.662. Of course, full time is an 18.034 so far, and that was by Pacey Wygant.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think maybe qualifying made a little bit long here, considering the fact that I don't think I don't think you're going to see any really fast times set after these first 5 minutes. But these 20 laps helpful probably for practice for these drivers. Definitely a different experience. And seeing Jonathan Parker for being washed and saying that he was going to be bad here, P6. So that's about right. Whenever he says he's not going to do good, he still is top 5. Mike Campbell, by the way.
I checked. 6th was not in the top 5.
Yeah. If you round.
If I round, it's still not top 5.
Close enough. Mike Campbell, by the way, has bumped up the P17 with a 19.568.
I do just want to tell the viewers, math was my best subject in school, and I was born on Pi Day, the mathematical pi, 3.14, which is March 14th. Math is something I'm kind of good at.
I mean, I'm an engineer, let's be honest here, but just do some rounding, it's all good.
I mean, the only way 6th can round into the top 5 is if you go around the guy in 5th.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you here. I would also point out I said around the top 5 because he is around the top 5 in 6th. So I didn't say he was in the top 5. I said around the top 5.
I'm pretty positive you said he's always top 5.
We'll have to go to the tapes.
Adam, pull him. No context.
We need to go to the booth for review. Josh has thrown the challenge flag.
Yep. We're not going to talk about what insurance company that is, considering I don't use them and they don't sponsor us.
Oh, I wasn't thinking of that. I'm just thinking of the NFL.
Oh.
Anyway, the best insurance is Allstate because I have them. And I don't think saying that here will get me a discount on my rate, so I don't really know what the point is.
So you're in good hands.
Yes, I'm in good hands.
See, my insurance company wears khakis.
Yep. I used to be with them, and then when I got off, when I started looking for new insurance, I just chose whichever one was cheapest and gave me the best coverage for the price, which was putting me in good hands. And big wreck, Minch, Chappell, and Cheney and Hunter Sr. all involved out there. I'm going to tow back to the pits.
Hopefully Jimmy Minch has some pretty good insurance on that machine. That took off his front bumper. Let's ride inside a cockpit with Pacey Wajid here. See Wajid and Happyak both going up top, trying to find the grip up there. Jonathan Parker hard into the tire barriers. Or water barrels, sand barrels, whatever they are. Pit road barrels.
As Nick Happyak goes around.
So halfway through qualifying.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot more changes to the starting lineup. Although Jose Ruiz has been running pretty... Jose Ruiz is a little late getting out on track. He's definitely fast in some of the cars in front of him, and he's actually been close to bumping up the leaderboard a little bit as he's made more and more laps as he's going to go around right now. And as I say that,
5/1000th of a second off of Josh Arnold, who is in 18th. 1561 for Arnold, a 1566 for Ruiz. And if Cheney loses it, Jonathan Parker's still inside the top 5, currently 6th. Guessing Brett wasn't here to hear that. Nathan Lehman. 13th right now. Right behind Trevor Burns on track. Burns currently sitting 11th in qualifying time. Noel Jeppel still 3rd. Impressed with the speed he has had so far tonight. Some mistakes that I've been noticing in qualifying, though, that could really hurt him in the race. Jimmy Minch still 4th.
Six minutes left here in this qualifying session. By the way, Jose Ruiz has bumped up to the 18th spot with a 19.585 ahead of Josh Arnold now. Donnie Kite yet to set a time. I do not know if he's in the sim right now.
Donnie Kite usually like starting at the back.
Yeah, we have seen that frequently this year. And if I remember right, I think he works late and a lot of times isn't able to join the session until late. So, a lot of times it's tight for him getting off work if I remember right. So, Mike Campbell returning to that track in that John Deere scheme. Reminiscent of great drivers of the sport such as Chad Little. Also the greatest driver ever, Ricky Stenhouse.
Yeah, okay, bud.
Hey. He was actually ever in good equipment.
Yeah, okay, bud.
A little bit of spin there for Zachary Meredith from the 17 Pizza and Wings podcast. Ford Mustang.
Ooh, Nick Gapiak catches the wall. Lehman loses it and gets into the back of Chapel. Yeah, I remember when I joined iRacing, there was only just oval and road. And when they announced that they were working on dirt, I was pretty excited. I never really was a dirt fan. And it wasn't that like I just hate dirt racing. Like, I think it's awesome. I just never watched dirt racing. And
You're missing out.
Yeah, I mean, every dirt race I watched, it's incredible. It's awesome. And I would love to get into more dirt racing as far as watching it. Actually driving it in iRacing as well. But yeah, I was really excited when they announced that dirt was coming to iRacing. And we've had some special events on JCTV involving dirt. I'm not going to get Brett started. Brett, don't start. But
Damn, dang it! You know I want to.
you know, it's a lot of fun, and it's a whole different skill set than what I'm used to. Because you know, ovals, they're challenging, and I know a lot of us make it look easy out there, but they are challenging themselves. And then you think, okay, well, now you take an oval and you put dirt on it, like here at Bristol. It's a whole different animal. So these guys, you know, they've got a lot to fight tonight. Track conditions always changing, and just trying to get around dirt. So really excited for this one.
Yeah. I've had a lot of good races on dirt. Like, I've been fairly successful on it almost every time I've been in a league race here on iRacing. Like, I will admit, I've struggled with dirt ever since last season, or I believe a couple iRacing seasons, so probably about a year ago, they did a refresh on dirt. Probably made it more realistic, but I haven't run it much since then, and I have not adapted to it great. But I've had a lot of success on it. I probably should have won at least one dirt race here on JCTV. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And dirt racing in real life, I wish it was more accessible. Unfortunately, the best dirt racing is sprint cars, and sprint cars are trapped behind paywalls on various services. So I highly recommend, though, if you have a local dirt track, get out there, go watch dirt racing. A lot of fun. One of the best in-person experiences, in my opinion, in the racing world. But right now, 1 minute remaining in this qualifying session. Not expecting anybody to improve their times here. It appears today's pole sitter will be Pacey Wygent.
No surprise at all. I fully expected Pacey to be out here and being quick. And he is just that is... Oh, good Lord. Nathan Lehman just clobbered Zachary Meredith. And Zachary Meredith just clobbers Ruiz. So that's going to do it for qualifying.
And Josh, while this warm-up's going on, let's go ahead and take a look at the upcoming schedule here on JCTV. Tomorrow night, the AmsOil Truck Series runs its All-Star race. I believe the first All-Star race we've run in the AmsOil Truck Series. All past pole sitters and race winners are locked in, and they will be an open as well. 3 drivers advancing from that. Going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night. Pole sitter has already been turned by random draw, and that will be David Durand leading the field 2 green tomorrow night. That's going to be at the new Atlanta Motor Speedway, so kind of that hybrid plate racing that you see there. That's going to be a lot of fun. I love racing that track. Really wish it was a regular season race. I think I'm going to have a good chance tomorrow night. But just in general, it's going to be a lot of fun here on JCTV. Then Monday night, we will move to the TNR Truck Series as they head to the... Oh, they are off, so ignore me on that. Off for April Fool's Day. They'll be back in 2 weeks at Kansas, and next week at Kansas. In the Slide Job Racing League, after what I thought was a very good all-star race, we will be at the Tricky Triangle, the 3 turns, or 5 turns if you want to argue it, of Pocono. I love Pocono. I don't really have any experience there in the Xfinity car, so that's going to be a new challenge for me at least. But I love that track. It's a lot of fun. 3 very different and challenging corners. Tends to be a real driver's track, can really make things happen and control a lot. A lot of it is in the driver's hands there. I'm really looking forward to that race. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch here. Wednesday night, the XASCAR Cup Series returns. The XASCAR Cessna Truck Cup Series returns at Sandown, the home of horsepower in Australia. Another new track here on JCTV. Very fast track. That's going to be a lot of fun. More road course racing here on JCTV. We will look forward to that. Then on Thursday night, the SAAC Coast to Coast Cup Series, after a very fun race at Kansas, goes to a race that I am not going to have a lot of fun doing, but I think it'll be a lot of fun to watch here on JCTV as they head to the Charlotte ROVAL for a race there. I am bad at road course racing in stock cars. I am good at road course racing and anything else, but that's a race I think going to be a lot of fun here on JCTV to watch. A lot of great road course races in that league. Jordan Kuntz, Luke Peters, Cody Riveras. Jordan Kuntz looking for his 5th win in the row. Just right now on fire in the SAAC Coast to Coast Cup Series. And then next Friday night, we are going to be back here for the All-Star race in the... Or never mind, we are off. Oh, never. We next week are at Talladega in the NAOR Cup Series for the regular season finale. Talladega, always a great time, always fun. Plate racing with a spot in the playoffs on the line here in the NAOR Di9 Designs Cup Series. So lots of more great action coming up this upcoming week here on JCTV. Hope you will join us for all of it. And Josh, as this warm-up is concluding, warm-ups as they go in this warm-up right now, Pacey Wygett, fastest car once again. What are you thinking we're going to see here tonight as we get underway here in a few minutes?
Well, I think that there's going to be some struggles early on for some drivers. Dylan Chappell currently P2 in this warm-up. He qualified 3rd. Now, Chappell, I noticed, was struggling a lot in qualifying, so he had gotten really good pace, just kind of struggling a bit. You know, I don't know. There could be some issues up front, but he's got a lot of good speed.
And a lot of that is in qualifying. I know the way I qualify, especially if it's an open qualifying session, is you push hard. You're going to drive harder than you normally do. So, in some ways, it's not surprising. Like, you're more likely to wreck in qualifying when you're pushing hard than when you're in the actual race.
Yeah, I mean, that is true.
Another note that we have not mentioned yet, we will not have iRacing throwing yellows in tonight's race. Trying to avoid yellows for just single car spins here tonight, because that's very common dirt racing, and really you don't want to be constantly pacing just because a car or two is spun out by themselves. So we're going to have to see. So good chance we could see this race end up going green because of that. So it's going to be a lot of really interesting to see how cars deal with possibly lap traffic here tonight. Maneuvering around lap traffic in dirt racing is an art form. So I think that's really what it's going to probably end up deciding this race, is how good leaders can get through that lap traffic.
Yeah, you know, for Pacey Wygant, assuming he's going to stay as the leader and start pulling away, once he gets up to those lap cars, I mean, it's just, it could be very hard for him. You know, lap cars, usually the guys in the back maybe struggling to get going, trying to figure it out. You know, not all these guys really know how to run dirt. I know me myself, I'd probably be back there currently 18th in this warm-up, and well, that's just because, well, now 18 drivers have turned to lap time, so I'd say 19th. So it's just going to be a challenge for these guys, trying to figure out where to be. Lap cars trying to stay out of the way, but also trying to find grip as well. Just a couple minutes left in this warm-up, and you know, Brett, let's go ahead and tell everybody who our picks to win are.
Well, I'm going to assume that we're just not going to choose Pacey Wygant here, but if, let's be honest, he would be my pick. But outside of him, I'm going to go with Dylan Chappell. Been really impressed with the speed he's been showing here in qualifying in the warm-up. I think he's going to have something to say about this race here tonight on the dirt here at Bristol.
I actually am okay with you picking Wygant tonight.
I'm not going to. I'm going to pick Dylan Chappell anyway.
So I'm going to take Pacey Wygant.
I'll leave it for you. I'll give you the layup.
Pacey Wygant, I mean, we know he's so good. I think I've only seen one other dirt race with him in it. It was a JCTV special event that we had. Brett, again, don't start.
Dirt races for me are events that I can talk about a lot.
And yeah, so Pacey absolutely dominated that race. Learned right away he was a dirt racer. Knew he was going to be fast. As soon as I even saw this track circled, or on the calendar, I circled it as, if Pacey is there, he's going to be the guy to watch out for. Just a couple seconds left in this warm-up, and then we are going to turn them loose for 188 laps.
I would like to also give a shout out to the booth snack of the race, which is carrots and Hidden Valley Ranch dressing.
That doesn't sound like a snack I would want in my booth to be the official snack of the booth.
That's fair. Let's take a look. Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting grid. And once it loads here, starting on the pole is going to be Pacey Wygant, Nick Kapiak, lining up to his outside. Row 2, Dylan Chappell, Jimmy Mensch. Row 3, we'll see Braden Holt, Jonathan Parker. Row 4, Giovanni Klein and Cole Snyder. And row 5, Hunter Peach, Zachary Meredith.
And the rest of the field, Traber Burns was third fastest in the warm-up. He's going to roll off 11 along with Chase McGuire. Nathan Lehman and Kenneth Cheney will make up row 7. Justin Quimby and Hunter Sr., 15 and 16. Mike Campbell and Jose Ruiz on the 9th row. And then your final row, Josh Arnold and Donnie Kite. Going to round out tonight's field here at Bristol.
That is our 20-car field. Track state has reset after qualifying, so they are on a fresh track. It's one beauty about iRacing is it's a whole lot of a quicker process than it is in real life. And the pace truck is in. We're getting ready to go green. And the NJB Designs 188 here at Bristol.
Pacey Wygant able to clear for the race lead. Dylan Chappell moves into second. Inside line, got a good jump there.
It was a great jump by Chappell. Kapiak, he went wide on the corner entry. I think that cost him a little slip up. Jonathan Parker.
So far, Chappell.
Jonathan Parker is in 7th, but yeah, go ahead and talk about Chappell.
I was going to say, so far, Chappell staying with Wygant up at the front of the field. Actually 2/10 faster that last lap. And he is right there with him. Sends it in top, looking to possibly Dylan Chappell looking for the race lead here.
This is an exciting battle that they've got going on. You know, you really just slinging it into the corner. Chappell get to the right rear of Pacey Wygant. And he's there, side by side for the race lead.
Yeah, and that darker stuff, that's the cushion. It's going to move up as this race goes on. It's not really formed yet, so you don't have a lot of grip up there, but you can still really make some good speed by putting your right rear tire right on that. And that's what Chappell's doing so far. He's not quite able to find the gap to get around Wygant, but he's still right with him. And one thing I think about this race is going to be really hard to call is the fact that 188 laps, the track is going to wear so much that I don't think anybody's going to have experience on what it is like driving on like a lap with 100 and 50 plus laps of wear on it.
I think it's going to be like ice.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find grip out there. As Chapel still on Pacey Weiston as they approach lap traffic for the first time here tonight.
That's going to be Justin Quimby and Josh Arnold, as well as Mike Campbell right ahead of these guys. There's Quimby sliding ease up into the wall. See a great shot here of the car sliding through the corner. It's Wygant underneath Josh Arnold. That's that white 22 up top.
Yeah, now coming up on the 71 of Mike Campbell. Chapel still right with Pacey Wygant.
Chapel sliding a lot there.
Campbell up into the wall. Hunter Senior next car for the leader.
Hunter Peach, slow on the front stretch. He got going.
Yeah, and probably, unless it's like a multiple car accident, we're probably not going to see cautions here tonight. As Donnie Kite goes lap down to the race leader.
Pacey's still holding on to the race lead. Trevor Burns, Jonathan Parker battling for 7th place.
Trevor Burns been steadily moving forward so far in this race. Jonathan, the alien washed Parker.
So they're now trying to get around Josh Arnold.
Now Josh Arnold going to go a second lap down, or going a lap down to those two.
Ooh, spun on the inside. It is Donnie Kite.
Yeah, he's able to get going.
And once again, battle for the race lead. Chapel and Wygant.
Yeah, Wygant just does not be able to go from Chapel, and there is heavy battling in front of the race leaders right now. Jose Ruiz and Zachary Meredith side by side for 14th.
Wygant moved up. Ruiz sliding up as well.
Chapel not quite able to get the grip on the bottom there to get under Wygant there.
Meredith got the wall. Wygant brushing the wall.
Wygant now trying to work his way under Hunter Peach. He will do so. Put a little bit of distance there on Dylan Chapel. As Donnie Kite goes the second lap down. Oh, Quimby's around. And he's going to have to do a multiple point turn. Austin Powersing it, able to get back going. He's now 2 laps down and possibly about to go a 3rd lap down.
Wygant, Chapel. Nose to tail once again.
And unfortunately, Donnie Kite went for another spin and decided to call it a night. So Donnie Kite, first DNF appears of the night. Going to be our 20th place finisher, it appears. Mike Campbell's now on a second lap down. Battle heating up for the 4th spot. Braden Holt almost just got in the back of Jimmy Minch as they're battling for the 4th spot as they work under the lap car of Justin Quimby. Holt looking inside of Minch. Holt blinking a little bit. Jimmy mentioned our guy real strong qualifying in the warm-up. Looking for a good run tonight here on the dirt.
Yeah, Jimmy Mensch, very impressive in practice, qualifying in the warm-up session. Just holding on to it for now. As Holt's looking on the outside.
And Holt almost cleared him, not quite able to. And Holt gonna have advantage. You get that big run off the corner. Braden Holt move him up to the 4th spot.
Side by side.
Dylan Chapel.
Yep.
When they're both at the same time. Chapel was side by side for the race lead for a second. He is still hounding Pacey Wygen up at the front of the field. As they go to work under Josh Arnold once again. Put Josh Arnold a second lap down.
Mike Campbell and Justin Quimby side by side. They're 18th and 19th, but they're not for position. So here comes Hunter Sr. These guys struggling. They're getting hounded by Kenneth Cheney.
Yeah, closest battle on the track right now is right in front of there. Nathan Lehman trying to get by Cole Snyder to move into the top 10. They are 3 wide, lap cars 3 wide in front of them. And here comes Chase McGuire also in that battle. And here comes the race leader, Pacey Wygen. Chase McGuire going to go lap down. Justin Quimby 4 laps down. Cole Snyder about to go lap down. Nathan Lehman was able to get by him for the 10th spot. As Snyder goes a lap down, Campbell now 3 laps down.
Both Wygen. Chapel struggling to get around all this lap traffic.
Yeah, Cole Snyder looking inside of Nathan Lehman for the 10th spot, right in front of Dylan Chapel. Lehman got on the wall, moved Cole Snyder back up to the 10th spot.
Oh! We just had a crash.
I think if somebody just got on the fence there on entry. I don't think it was an actual crash.
I thought I saw a car go across somebody else's nose.
Possible. And I just looking back at it.
That was Nathan Lehman.
Contact between Lehman and Hunter Sr. Lehman lost his front bumper. Probably hurt him a lot here. Arrow does not matter. Battle right now for the 6th spot. Giovanni Klein and Jonathan Parker side by side. And Jonathan Parker able to clear. Oh, Parker's around! Justin Quimby had spun out, was trying to get out of the way, and Parker spun it, locked up to avoid him. Parker going to have to roll down pit road here. That's going to be really costly for the 48. Josh, you still there?
No.
Yeah, it says you packet lost.
Yeah, so... Can you radio style this for a moment?
Yep, I will. So, let's go. Nick Hapiak has caught Dylan Chapel. That's the close battle here on track. They're battling for the second position as they go into turn 3. Hapiak running right in the tire tracks. Braden Holtz also run them down. He's running 4th. Hapiak going to try to cut low on entry. Kind of hurt his exit of the corner, and Braden Holt now side by side with Hapiak. Holt going to make the move and move him up to the 3rd spot. As that is happening, the Eastern are now trying to close in on Dylan Chappell. Pacey Wygant now out to about a second lead. As mentioned, right as before that, Jonathan Parker had issues. He's back in 15th now, 2 laps down. Significant issues for the points leader. Holt right on the back bumper of Dylan Chappell for the second spot. Holt just running that top line lap after lap. Chappell trying to run a little bit lower, kind of in that slick stuff in the middle of 3 and 4. Holt, big run off the corner, and he's going to cut to the inside of Chappell. It'll look to slide up in front of him through the slick stuff. Slide job for second, Braden Holt. Chappell going to try to cross him over back to the bottom. They are side by side down the backstretch, and Holt gonna clear him here into 3 and 4. Move Braden Holt up the second spot, and he is closing on our race leader, Pacey Wygant, right now. And that's going to be the battle for the race lead in just a second. Braden Holt showing some pace right now. Fastest car in track. One of 3 cars right now in the 19-second bracket, along with Nick Hapiak and at least the previous lap, Traver Burns. Top 4 cars, Wygant, Holt, Chappell, and Hapiak, all separated by less than all within a second and a half of each other. As Wygant now some clean track, trying to put some distance between him and Holt. They're running pretty even lap times. Both of them running that top of the track, right, those left tires right on the cushion. That cushion's moved up a good bit, up against the fence. Lots of dirt being packed up there, and you're seeing cars kind of put their right rear really close to that fence. Pacey Wygant now coming up on lap traffic. Jose Ruiz, Braden Holt able to close in right on his bumper as Wygant cuts to the bottom. Going to try to get the run out. Holt going to cut under as they put Jose Ruiz a second lap down and Josh Arnold a third lap down. Holt still right there with Pacey Wygant in this battle for the race lead, and Dylan Chappell also coming through trying to join that battle. They're coming up on the car. Mike Campbell put him a 4th lap down, and as that's happening, Holt trying to run the bottom. Wygant kind of slid through the slick stuff, side by side for the race lead, and give that. They reset side of the turn 4, going under Kenneth Cheney to put him a lap down and move Braden Holt to the race lead. Cheney going to try to cross him over, stay on the lead lap. Pacey Wygant right behind. Wygant still right with Holt. But Holt has taken the race lead as Kenneth Cheney goes 1 lap down. 7 cars remain on the lead lap right now.
And if you're just joining us, we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. Brett Bennett is having to commentate radio style by himself. Everything is being very slow on my end for some reason, but we are loading back into the session, so just momentarily we'll have the video back.
Yeah, unfortunately, iRacing sometimes not the best at. Sometimes internet issues happen with iRacing. It is just part of it. Justin Quinn, by the way, just rolled off pit road, 17 laps down. Braden Holt starting to pull away from Pacey Wygant. He had been the fastest car on track for a bunch of laps before as he moved forward, and he is now leading that race. Good run so far for the 54. Started 5th, has worked his way up to the race lead. Giovanni Klein now going a lap down. That will leave 6 cars on the lead lap. 2 fastest cars on track right now are Braden Holt, our race leader, and 6th place Traver Burns. As Traver 9 seconds behind as he tries to run down those cars in front of him. Still Dylan Chappell. Oh, trouble for Pacey Wygant! The guy who had a lot of this race early on runs into trouble. He had just lapped Giovanni Klein, tried to slide. He's saying that Giovanni Klein spun him, but and we got a caution out. Pacey Wygant got turned around by Giovanni Klein. He slid up in front of him, and he's blaming Giovanni Klein, but that's all on Pacey Wygant. He tried to throw a slider on Giovanni Klein, and that was just Giovanni Klein had too much momentum. No way Giovanni Klein could stay out of him, and that spun him down to the inside. He called for the caution for the spin. So 50 laps complete. We are under caution. 6 cars on the lead lap. Braden Holt, Dylan Chappell, Nick Hapiak, Jimmy Mitch, Pacey Wygant, and Traver Burns, and I believe Kenneth Cheney will be your free pass under this yellow. And our leader is coming down pit road. Kind of surprised to see that. Braden Holt, Dylan Chappell, Nick Hapiak, Jimmy Minch, Pacey Wygant, all onto pit road. And fuel only, it appears, for the leaders. Maybe we were tight on fuel tonight. I am not sure. So, that matter, Traber Burns has stayed out and taken the race lead, although he might have missed pit road. He was asking on the radio what pit road he was supposed to pit in. Multiple cars probably going to take wave rounds here, get back on the lead lap. Actually, appeared fuel only for Braden Holt. I think we might have seen tires swapped on some of the other lead lap cars, although tires really, I don't think, a concern here tonight. Yeah, Traver Burns going to pit in, so Braden Holt going to take over the race lead. Giovanni Klein appears he's going to take a wave around and get back on the lead lap here. Cole Snyder and Hunter Peach, Chase McGuire, and Jonathan Parker all scored 1 lap down. Jonathan Parker, I believe, also going to take a wave around here. Jose Ruiz, Nathan Lehman, and Josh Arnold 2 laps down. Zachary Meredith, Hunter Sr., and Mike Campbell 3 laps down. And Justin Quimby 16 laps down in 19th. So Braden Holt going to be your race leader here as we continue to pace under the caution. Nick Hapiak, 2nd. Dylan Chappell, 3rd. Pacey Wygant, 4th. Jimmy Minch, 5th. And Traber Burns, 6th. Kim Chetty and Giovanni Klein round out their 8 lead lap runners at the moment. Klein stayed out under that caution. I, once again, will say I do not know the exact fuel window here tonight. In fact, I will let's real quick get a word with our in-race reporter, Traber Burns. Traber, boys up in the booth. We're up to technical difficulties here, so we're currently radio style, but saw you stay on lead lap at the end of that run. We're really one of the fastest cars on track. Was a little surprised to see everybody ducking onto pit road. What was the thought with that strategy?
I think it's, from here we could make it one more time from the end, or hit once to the end, if you get I don't really know. I think you just want to widen your pit window a bit, so for that last stop, in case we get another yellow.
So just to confirm, it actually is letting you take fuel. Because sometimes dirt on iRacing is bad about that.
Oh, wait. Maybe. I don't know. It says I have 88.2, even though I just filled up, so I don't know.
They might not be letting you take fuel, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, we're about to go green here. I will let you get back to it. Good luck this way, Traver.
Right.
Green flag, back out. Braden Holt doesn't get a great restart. Hapiak to the outside. Holt, though, got to clear. 3 wide for 2nd. Wygant, Hapiak, and Chappell. Chappell on the bottom. Wygant in the middle. Wygant going to clear. Chappell going to drop the 4th. Wygant to the inside of Hapiak looking for 2nd. Wygant run the bottom of the track. He's going to clear Hapiak. Move Pacey Wygant back up to the 2nd spot. Trying to close in on our race leader, Braden Holt. Still, Braden Holt really putting that car on the cushion, and he's having a lot of success with it at the moment. Really kind of had that race come to him, and as you're seeing, multiple strategies here going to play out. Oh, Dylan Chappell kind of caught the fence there. That hurt his run. He'll let Heb get away from Hapiak. Holt starting to pull away. Hapiak closing in on Pacey Wygant for the 2nd spot. Closest battle on track, though. Kenneth Chaney closing in side by side with the 94 Jimmy Minch. He's going to drive to the bottom, trying to slide up the track. Doesn't quite, not able to clear him to slide him. Jimmy Minch going to hold on the 6th spot. They're still side by side as they go down the backstretch in the turn 3. Chaney still looking under him. Traber struggled a little bit in front of them. Cole Snyder lap down right in front of them. And there, Chaney going to clear Minch. Yeah, he will. Move Kenneth Chaney up to the 6th spot. As that battle continues as they work under the lap car of Cole Snyder. Minch looking to peek back to the inside, not able quite to run off the corner. He's going to slot back in the line. At the same time, right now, Pacey Wygant, fastest car on track, starting to try to close in on Braden Holt. Wygent running maybe a little half lane lower on entry, but Holt kind of turning it down off the corner. I like that line, trying to dive in the exit. Holt still leading the race. Dylan Chapel closing in on Nick Hapiak for the third spot. And Jimmy Minch back side by side with Traver Byrne, Kenneth Cheney. He's going to clear him. Cheney looking to cross him over. Cheney to the inside down the front stretch. Side by side, contact between the two. Puts Minch up into the fence. I don't think he's going to be very happy about that. But move Kenneth Cheney back into the 6th spot. And we have a caution out on the track. Trouble for the 20. Trouble for the 17 of Zachary Meredith, the 20 of Hunter Sr., and the 22 of Josh Arnold. Meredith got loose. Hunter Sr. and Josh Arnold nowhere to go. Pretty heavy damage to the front end of the 20 car.
If you are just joining us, we are having technical difficulties.
Are we still radio style?
Oh yeah, we're literally the sim is stuck at 89%.
You might need to. Oh, you can't restart is the problem. You might need to just force quit everything iRacing related.
Yep, I've done that already. Oh, wait a minute.
Is it up to 90?
It's at 90. It just went 89 to 99.
Oh, that's a good sign. Should be back live here in just a second. I'm blaming the state of Michigan for this. By the way, your lucky dog, I believe, will be, it will be the 4,500 Peach, so put him back on the lead lap.
Just blaming the state of Michigan on this as if Nebraska is any better.
One of us didn't get kicked out of the session, and one of us did. So, which state's which state's network capabilities are we going to blame here? I will be honest. I love the state of Michigan. I would live in Michigan in a heartbeat. So I'm not going to criticize it too much. Looks like everybody gonna probably stay out under this caution flag, except Hunter Peach, who takes the lucky dog. He's going to pit, as well as several cars who are laps down, including Jonathan Parker, Jose Ruiz, Nathan Lynn, Mike Campbell, and unfortunately, Zachary Meredith appears to have called it quits today. That probably will bring him home 19th tonight. Oh, well, that's good. Well, if that's the case, I'll keep going radio style for the time being. Right now, as we continue to pace here under the caution, we'll run through our field right now. Lead lap cars, Braden Holt, your leader, followed by Pacey Wygent, Nick Hapiak, Dylan Chappell, Traver Burns, Jimmy Mitch, Giovanni Klein, Kenneth Cheney, and Hunter Peach. They are the top 9. 3 cars, 1 lap down. Cole Snyder, Chase McGuire, and Jonathan Parker. 2 laps down, Jose Ruiz and Nathan Lehman. 3 laps down, Mike Campbell. 4 laps down, Josh Arnold and Hunter Sr. Zachary Meredith is out of the plate race, 20 scored in 18th. Justin Quibby is still running in 19th, 16 laps down, and Donnie Kite is currently 52 laps off the race and out of this race, so Donnie Kite probably going to be your last place finisher here tonight as the lights on the pace car out. Right now in turns 3 and 4, about to go back to green flag racing. Braden Holt has chosen the outside lane. Pacey Washington to his inside. Then Dylan Chappell and Nick Hapiak row 2. Pace car off. About to go back green. Green flag back out. Braden Holt gets a good jump on Pacey Wygent. Dylan Chappell gonna not quite get there. Wygent gonna be in second. Wygent drives it in hard into the corner. trying to keep it down there. Holt gets a good run off, side by side. Holt clip the wall a little bit. Still side by side in 3 and 4. Wygent kind of over-rotated on the slick stuff. Holt slid up the track too much. Wygent gonna lead that lap by a nose. Still side by side in the 1 and 2. Holt up on the cushion. Wygent making that bottom work. Move Pacey Wygent back to the race lead. Braden Holt, though, not done with him. He's followed him now to the bottom. Nick Hapex with a third, and then Traver Burns and Dylan Chappell battling for fourth, but the battle is up front. Also, trouble on the track appears for Justin Quimby. Not sure that might be the end of things here for night for him. Braden Holt, though, still battling with Wygent. Both of them moves to the bottom of the track. Hapiak in third, running the top. Different lines starting to develop. That bottom line hasn't really been there all night, but right now seems to be the faster line. Although Hapiak running the top actually faster than our two leaders at the moment. Holt almost got under Wygent, going to slide up. He's kind of got stuck in the slick stuff there. That's going to hurt, but he gets a great run off the corner. Ooh, almost moment off the corner. Bobbled a little bit. Here comes Nick Hapiak looking for second. Hapiak up top. Braden Holt on the bottom. Hapiak not quite able to get side by side of him. Holt closing back in on Wygent. Both of them right on that bottom. They're both kind of in the slick stuff, though. That's going to hurt their run. Hapiak up above it, up on the cushion. And still Holt right on the rear bumper. He's going to try to slide up, take Hapiak's line away. Not quite able to get there. Here comes Nick Hapiak. Trying to get side by side of Holt. Holt trying to get under Wygent as that's happening. Both Holt and Wygent still committed to that bottom. Hapiak, good run off the corner, side by side for second now. And Justin Quimby, lap car up in front of him. That's going to get tight for Hapiak. Hapiak had to pedal the throttle a little bit. That's going to let Holt stay ahead of him. Holt to the inside of Wygent, almost had to jam the brakes a little bit, entering the corner there, stay off of Wygent. Still these three cars under a blanket for the race lead. Hapiak still up on the cushion. Holt kind of running in the middle of the slick stuff, but kind of making it work. Didn't get a great run there. Hapiak still trying to just be able to get side by side. You give up a lot on entry running that top, but it's really getting good runs off. Braden Holt still putting the pressure on Pacey Wygent, almost to the back bumper as they enter turns 1, 2. And Holt now is to the inside of Wygent. Battle for the race lead once again. Wygent to the top, Holt to the bottom. Holt could have slid him, decides against it.
Oh my goodness.
And because of that, he had a big moment off the corner, was able to hold on to it.
That might actually cost him the second position. Well,
Yeah,
Hapiak just got loose.
So, Josh, by the way, is our video feed improved?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's okay. It's been on for a while.
Okay.
We are getting a little bit of frame drops every once in a while, but there is side by side for the race lead as Holt once again underneath Wygent.
And that ball's really been working. Holt's. We've seen a lot of people start moving down there. They're starting to pull away from Hapiak.
Oh, Wygent in the wall.
That's going to settle that battle for the lead. Here comes Hapiak. Another guy entering the picture. He went a lap down in stage 1, but or in that first green flag run, but has worked his way back up after getting. Oh, contact Chappell! And Kenneth Cheney got together, and Dylan Chappell goes around. Caution is out once again. Dylan Chappell goes for a spin, and our lucky dog move the alien Jonathan Parker back on the lead lap. .105 laps to go right now. We will see if people will come down pit road here. 31 laps since most of the lead lap cars have pitted. Kenneth Cheney and Giovanni Klein came 17 laps ago, as did Hunter Peach. Dylan Chappell also been 31 laps since he last pitted. And split strategy here. Oh, Wygent almost just wrecked coming on the pit road. Happyack, Burns. Oh, sorry, Holt, Happyack, Burns, and Minch stay out, as does Giovanni Klein. Wygent came down pit road, appeared to be fuel only for the 00. Maybe going to try to make it to the end of the race from here. Hunter Peach and Kenneth Cheney also on pit road. And actually, that's going to do it for Kenneth Cheney tonight. And I am surprised by that. He'd really been pretty fast moving forward. And that contact he had did not appear to be something that would have damaged the car. Yeah, a little surprised that's going to do it for Ken Cheney, but unfortunately that is going to do it for him. So Ken Cheney probably going to be our 18th place finisher here tonight. And as we continue to pace, let's go back to our in-race reporter, Traber. Traber, boys up in the booth. Got us.
Yes, sir.
So seeing you moving forward, some tight racing there, with a couple different cars. Decided to stay out here, kind of a split strategy. How are things looking for you so far? And what are you thinking you need here to bring it to the end of the race?
I need to survive restarts because it is so friggin' slippery, and I need to get in a groove to actually be quick. So, yeah, the groove is ridiculously narrow right now. There's just tiny little grip on the bottom, tiny little grip on the top. And if you miss that, good luck. So, yeah, it's really tricky out here.
Just so you're wondering, that last run, Holt and Wygent were both running the bottom and were pulling away from everybody. So I think that bottom might be the line to go with if you're able to run it.
It is if you can hit it right each time, but I was not able to. So yeah, it's just you got to be absolutely perfect, and I got to get in the rhythm. And these cautions after cautions are not helping that.
Yeah, yeah, that is the key here to dirt racing. Well, we'll let you get back going here as we get ready to go back green.
Thanks,
Good luck the rest of the way, Traber.
Thanks.
Base truck is in. And Braden Holt is leading us to the green flag.
Good jump for Holt, able to clear Happyack. Traber Burns going to get side by side with Happyack in a slot in line here in third. Great jump though for the 54 Braden Holt. That Happyack Racing Challenge, Happyack Racing Team 54 Chevrolet Camaro really looking strong here today. So he starts to pull away out in front of the field.
And Capiak holding on to second.
Apparently it was a wrong button press by the... Oh, actually, there was a little bit of... Just because we got together a little with somebody else. Actually, there might have been an incident with Josh Arnold. That might have been what he was apologizing for. And yeah, contact between him and Jonathan Parker. Parker got very lucky to not take a hard hit. That's a big hit from Nathan Lehman, though, to Jonathan Parker. And unfortunately, heavy damage for the 22 machine of Josh Arnold. Tough night for the 22. And other thing to note here, multiple lead lap cars, including our leader, Braden Holt, pitted there. Happyack, fuel only, Holt, Minch, Burns, McGuire, I believe McGuire was Lucky Dog, all taking tires. Jonathan Parker taking long pit stop for some damage as well. Giovanni Klein stays out. He will assume the race lead, followed by Pacey Wygant and Hunter Peach. Let me know when we're unmuted. We're about to go back green here. Giovanni Klein now our race leader. He stayed out under the past 2 or 3 cautions, followed by Pacey Wygant, who stayed out there. Happy at kick fuel only. He's third. Then Hunter Peach, Jimmy Minch, Braden Holt as green flag back out. Great jump for Wygant. Gets a little loose. Gave a little too much throttle. And Wygant to the bottom, looking for the race lead. 3 wide, 4 wide off of turn 2. And Braden Holt right away back up into the second spot. And they are still 3 wide behind him. They're able to keep it together. Giovanni Klein immediately backslides to 7th. Braden Holt all over Pacey Wygant right now for the race lead.
Holt looking underneath. He has been phenomenal lately.
Yeah, ever since the track really wore out, he's been the best car in my opinion.
Oh, contact!
The 54, a little bit of contact there. Holt under Wygant, and that bottom has been the place. I don't think you really want to be where Wygant is there in that kind of middle of the slick, but probably not a lot of grip anywhere at this point, to be honest.
They're still side by side for the race lead.
Braden not quite able to clear Pacey. He's gonna do here. Move Braden Holt back to the race lead, and here comes Hunter Peach. He was laps down earlier in this race. He has worked his way back to the lead lap, and he's up there battling for the race lead. Couple cars we didn't really struggled early in the go and really seemed to be comfortable on this slick racetrack. Peach, one of those. As Happyack now under Wygant looking for the second spot. Wygant up against the cushion. And move Nick Happyack up to the second spot. And Wygant seems to be struggling to find what he had earlier in this race. As Peach can clear him for the third spot.
Nick Happyack is looking all over the back bumper of Braden Holt.
Yeah, we discussed this at the start of the broadcast. name of the game tonight is keeping up with the track. Like, we'll see throughout.
Side by side is Happy.
As the track changes, we'll see like drivers who come and go through the field. As still battle on for the race lead, and Hunter Peach didn't see him at all earlier. He's worked his way into this battle.
This is incredible, the fact that 1st through 6th, all under a blanket here.
Yeah, and just look at it. I think the slowest car of the top 6 right now, who I think both of us would have agreed was the favorite to win here tonight, Pacey Wygent, he's struggling right now. As they're going to put Justin Quimby lap down. Quimby now 19 laps down.
Happy was sideways.
3 wide.
Oh, and a peach to Happy. They save it.
Great save there by both drivers. Pacey Wygent, though, able to get back up to second with that. Holt starting to pull away a little bit out front.
Jimmy Minch and Hunter Peach side by side. And Hunter Peach is sideways.
Yeah, you just lose that rhythm, and suddenly it's really hard to get back in a good rhythm. I think Peach, that's what's happened to Peach right now after near incident a minute ago. Nick Hapex went able to get back by Wygent for second as well. Jimmy Minch now closing in on Wygent, looking to move up into a podium spot as well. Jimmy Minch just been consistently kind of top 5 all race tonight, really having a strong day.
He's doing a great job.
Quite able to get by Wygent there is
Dylan Chapel side by side with Minch. And Chapel's gonna... Well, I thought he was gonna take the position. They're still side by side, and now Chapel does get the position as Minch got sideways. Now Chapel, he's going to try to slide it. Crossover by Wygent.
Wygent was bobbling there down the front stretch, and he's going to get crossed over by Chapel.
Here we go. Now we're dirt race.
Chapel going to clear Wygent. Here comes Minch. Wygent going to try to cross over here. Chapel caught the wall a little bit. Wygent back by.
Oh!
Wygent almost spun it. Side by side down the backstretch. Chapel not quite able to clear him.
Oh, contact!
Contact!
3 wide.
By Chapel holding on to it. And as this is going on, Nick Hapiak has caught Braden Holt. But I don't want to keep the battle on this battle. Is Chapel now going to drop the 6? Is Peach going to get by him as well? Wygent and Chapel.
Oh!
Just throwing.
Trouble! Around it's Nick Hapiak!
Oh, the lapped car of Justin Quimby. Lost it on the top of the track. Nowhere for Hapiak to go. Oh, and Mike Campbell heavy caught it. Dylan. Stream is good on my end, Josh. I checked.
All right.
So Braden
and,
Holt.
I was just gonna say is, we're here under caution. It's gonna give a shout out to Martin PC. If you're in the market for a PC, go to martinpc.com and trust me, if you start
No,
taking a look,
just a quick note here. The computer that is having technical difficulties tonight is not a Mardon PC.
yeah.
Which is, let's be honest, this is the real reason we're having technical difficulties, is the lack of a Mardon PC for Josh Coppernell. I am on a Mardon PC. I've had no technical difficulties here tonight. So clearly the issue is Josh not having a Mardon PC. And shout out to Brian Haynes and Mardon PC. Great PCs, optimized for sim racing. I know, at least for me, going out building my own PC just wasn't an option. I do not know enough about computers. Brian helped me through the whole process, built me a PC that works great for everything I need it for. As we're back to green here at Bristol. Braden Holt able to take away. Oh, Giovanni Clyde! Chaos, but they all keep it straight. Jimmy Mitch the second, Clyde the third. Peach and Burns side by side for fourth.
Casey Wygant side by side with Hunter Peach. Wygant gets by Peach. Now has his sights set on Trevor Burns. It's a man on a mission right here.
Yeah, Traber made that bottom work there, though. Wygant, big run. He had the check up for Traber. Wygant staying aggressive up top. He's side by side. And move Pacey Wygant up the fourth. Traber had to kind of pedal a little bit off the corner. That's going to let Peach get there. That top come back in. That bottom was there. Now the top. Back to be kind of being the preferred line.
Oh, Klein in the wall. Wygant underneath Giovanni Klein.
Hit Klein up in the fence again. That's going to let Traber Burns slip by for fourth. And how about Jimmy Minch? He is staying right with Braden Holt. That 94 car has just gotten stronger and stronger as this race has gone on. Peach able to get by Klein and move up to fifth. And Happyat going to get by for sixth. Peach looking to get by Burns. Burns kind of chops it down. They're side by side for the fourth spot.
Oh, Burns